Happy Easter. How are you doing? Don't judge me. It's every day. Listen, I have been working on the Mitzvots. Now look I used to have them printed out, but in 2020 when I was living in my car, things got wet and they got ruined and I didn't have them. So it took me 6 years, but I have finally got back to where I was. I have handwritten 613 of them. It's a law. It's a quick interpretation of the Torah. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a brand new playlist as I read to you what I have been missing for 6 years. So I don't know where to start. Number one, I guess, to know that God exists. Exodus 20:20, Deuteronomy 5:6. Number two, not to entertain the idea that there is any God but the eternal. Exodus 20:3. Not to blaspheme. Exodus 22, line 27-28. That's the whole thing. Says not to blaspheme, the penalty for which is death. Leviticus 24:60. Number four, to sanctify, which means hallow God's name, Levi 22:32. Not to profane God's name, Levi 22:32. To know that God is one, a complete unity, Deuteronomy 6:4. To love God, Deuteronomy 6:5. To fear God reverently, Deuteronomy 6:13, Deuteronomy 10:20. Not to put the word of God, not to test the prophet, to the test, Deuteronomy 6:18. To emulate or imitate God's good and upright ways, Deuteronomy 28:9. Not to destroy objects associated with the name, Deuteronomy 12:4. To listen to the prophet speaking in God's name, Deuteronomy 18:15. To love other Jews, Levi 19:18. To love converts, Deuteronomy 10:19. Not to hate fellow Jews, Levi 19:17. To reprove wrongdoers, Levi 19:17. Not to embarrass others, Levi 19:17. Not to oppress the weak, Exodus 22:21. Not to gossip about others, Levi 19:16. Not to take revenge, Levi 19:18. Not to bear a grudge, Levi 19:18. To learn the Torah and teach it, Deuteronomy 6:7. Number 23, to honor those who teach and know the Torah, Levi 19:32. Not to inquire into idolatry, Levi 19:4. Not to follow the whims of your heart or what your eyes see, Numbers 15:3-9. Not to blaspheme, Exodus 22:27. Not to worship idols in the manner they are worshipped, Exodus 25. Not to bow down to idols, Exodus 25. Not to make an idol for yourself, Exodus 24. Not to make an idol for others, Levi 19:4. Not to make humans even for decorative purposes, Exodus 20:20. Not to turn a city to idolatry, Exodus 23:13. To burn a city that is turned to idol worship, Deuteronomy 13:5. Not to rebuild it as a city, Deuteronomy 13:7. Not to derive benefit from it, Deuteronomy 13:8. Not to missionize an individual to idol worship, Deuteronomy 13:12. Not to love the missionary, Deuteronomy 13:9. Not to cease hating the missionary, Deuteronomy 13:9. Not to save the missionary, Deuteronomy 13:9. There's probably mitzvahs by different people. Can you tell me what your mitzvahs say about mitzvah 37, 38, 39? Here's 40. Not to say anything in his defense. Deuteronomy 13:9. Now, if missionary is determined, interpreted as socialist, is that what we're talking about? Socialist? Not to say anything in his defense. Not to refrain from incriminating him, Deuteronomy 13:9. Not to prophesy in the name of idolatry, Deuteronomy 18:20. Not to listen to the false prophet, Deuteronomy 13:4. Not to prophesy falsely in the name of God, Deuteronomy 18:20.